Welcome back. So in this video, what I want to start getting clear on, and I want you to think about, is what are your future customers' pain points? And what I mean by this is it's not some marketing tactic. It's to get you in the mindset of what your future clients are going through at the moment. So like, what's keeping them awake at night? What are they worrying about? What have they got going on in their lives at the moment? Because it helps you to build a picture up. But also as well, if you want to work with people that were you at the beginning of your journey, you know your solution now is going to help them. But when you think back to when you were at the beginning of your journey, if someone had just come and told you about this solution with all of the noise and sales and everything else in the world at the moment, you would have just been like, it's just another sale, you know. So, and if you're when you are marketing, but also like when you're going networking and things, you want to be able to tell people about your experience. But when you're standing up and talking about the problem that you solve, being able to say, I help people that have got this going on at the moment, and this is how. Someone having that going on at the moment would go, oh, hang on a minute. An example of this is, so say you're a bookkeeper and you've got like 20, 30 years experience in bookkeeping. Like, you're amazing at what you do. But your future clients, the experience you have and what you can do is not what's keeping them awake at night. What might be keeping them awake at night is, I want to scale my business, but I don't even know if I'm making a profit at the minute. I'm completely out of my depths, with my accounts and my finances. And I just need someone who can explain it in an easy way that I can understand, someone I can work with, like partner up with. And what they might have going on at the moment is they're getting busier and busier and they're working all of the hours, that's sent, but they've never got that much money. So by you being able to come in as a bookkeeper, you can put you can do their reports to date. You can show them where they're spending their money. You can help them to manage their cash flow. You can help them to look at how they can scale their business. You can offer, that's the end result. When working with you, that's the end result they're going to get. But when you first start talking to them, and you're standing up at a networking event and you're like, I'm a bookkeeper, I make finance, I make finances easy. So I work with people who might be up at night worrying about why they're working all of the hours and never got any money, or people that want to scale their business but don't know if they've got enough money in the business to take on more staff and scale it. So what I can do is, bring everything together, put it into easy to understand reports, and then work with you to help you work through that. So you're saying, I understand what you're going through, and this is how I can help you. This is why I created this course, because obviously, throughout COVID, there was like the great resignation, and I spoke to so many people that had like quit, they'd been made redundant or been put on furlough for 2 years, and then they knew they were going to end up losing their job anyway. So they were like, listen, I'm really passionate about this. I'm going to start a business. So like really excited, went out, like got customers, like started the business. And all of a sudden it was like, oh crap, I've never run a business before. I don't even know how to do a cash flow. I don't know how to do my product pricing to work out if I'm making a profit or working for free, or if I'll be able to scale my business when I get to that point. Business plan, don't even know what a business plan is. I've included mindset in the boot camp because businesses go like this, and being able to prepare yourself in your mind for when your business is having a dip, to focus on, okay, what do I want to achieve to come out the other side? So that's my end result. But the pain points, some of the pain points I was thinking about when I was thinking about this course, and the things that were keeping people up at night is, I've never run a business before. I'm out of my depth. I need to understand my cash flow, but I've never looked at a cash flow before. I need to be able to budget. I've no idea how to budget. What's the difference between setting financial goals and creating a cash flow? And also, I just thought business planning was for the bank. And now all of a sudden I'm talking to business owners and they're telling me to do a business plan. And I might have Googled how to do it, but I've actually got no idea what those articles mean. That's the pain points that might have been keeping you up at night. And that's why you're doing this course. So, but my end result is I want to take you through all of these steps. So hopefully by the end of the boot camp, doing the videos, doing the live trainings and practices, you'll have all of that in place and you'll be comfortable going forwards. So I ask you to jump into your workbooks now. And the first question I'm going to ask you is, thinking about what we've just spoken about, what are your ideal customers' 3 biggest pain points? So what is keeping them awake at night? Like, what are they worrying about? What have they got going on in their life at the moment that actually, if they could, you know, use your service or the solution that you're offering, would actually ease what they've got going on at the moment. So you're starting to build up a picture, a character of who you want to work with. Now, at the moment, they probably don't even know that they need your solution. And this is the bridge. Where they are at the moment, you know what end result you can get for them. But all they're worried about at the moment, like their focus at the moment, is what they've got going on in their life. So that's why I want you to get clear on what have they got going on in their life at the moment. Like and if you can think of more, you know, I call it pain points. I don't know if that's the right word to use, but if you can think of more things that's worrying them, that you know you can help with. Obviously, there's no point writing loads of things down that you can't help with, because what I want you to focus on here is, what are they worrying about that the service that you offer will help them with. And then once you've done that, I want you to think about, from your client's point of view, obviously you can either pause the video while you're doing these questions, or you can go through the video and then do the questions at the end. But what I want you to think about next is, from your client's point of view, what benefits will they receive from working with you? So basically, why should they work with you and not someone else? So looking through their eyes and what their 3 biggest desires are about where they want to get to, why should they work with you? So coming back to like the bookkeeper example, is the reason they would want to work with you is because you're approachable, you're easy to work with, you'll take the time to sit down with them and go through the reports to make sure they understand, and you'll partner up with them. Like, you're not just there just to do their books and go home at the end of the day. Like, you want to partner up with them and help them to grow their business. And that's what makes you different from a lot of other bookkeepers, is you explain things that you explain it in an easy to understand way, so you can work with, you know, whoever your target market is. You can work with anyone, even people who have got no idea about accounts and finances. That's why they need to work with you, because that's what's keeping them awake at night. So they need to work with you because you'll give them back control. You'll help them to understand their reports. Like, you'll give them back control. And whatever your service is, you know, for me, the biggest desires for working with me is to have the knowledge and to go through these exercises, and also So the first one would be to go through these exercises. So you've got this information, you've got like, you know, I hope by the end of the boot camp, at least a basic understanding of all of the structural side of your business. So you're in control. So even when you do take people on to do the bookkeeping and the cash flow and, you know, and all of the other departments you're going to take on, you've got a basic understanding of each job role. And also you know, what makes me different from all of the free startup courses, business startup courses online is the practice sessions, because I want people to come together and practice this and connect with other business owners in the same situation that you're in. Because when you practice something and then you implement it, you're sending a message to your brain, I'm going to do this. Whereas a lot of people sign up to courses and you might do half the course, you might not do any of the course, but you're sending a message to your brain, this information doesn't really matter. So actually you've signed up to a course because it's something that you really want to learn about, but then you don't implement any of it. So you're sending a message to your brain, forget that, or like file it. It's not really that important. Whereas I want you to go through this boot camp and practice everything that we're learning, and hopefully meet other business owners, build relationships where you can support each other, and then implement this going forward. So by the end of the boot camp, you've got everything in place to take your business wherever you want to take it, I hope. So I ask you now to jump into your workbooks and think about those 2 questions, and I'll see you in the next video.